As the UK braces for the impact of the coronavirus, CBS News contributor Simon Bates notes that people there are trying to keep that famed British upper lip. Here's this week's London Calling.
The moment back in 1939 when Britain declared war on Nazi Germany, my father rushed outside expecting German planes to be bombing our backyard. But there was nothing. Just the start of 8 months of what was known as the phony war, which is exactly where Britain finds itself today with the onset of the coronavirus. It's going to take time before the impact really hits us. So, for the moment, we've been told to carry on going to work and to keep sending our children to school, which isn't going to be easy for those Brits in the north of the country who've just suffered weeks of catastrophic flooding. We've also been warned that at its peak, the virus might result in up to 20% of the workforce falling ill and staying at home. Hospitals may not be able to cope, difficulties in the distribution of food and other essentials, cancellation of big sporting events. To be honest, it's a bit like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know what's going to happen, but you can't do anything to stop it. All this is a worst-case scenario, but any sane government has to plan for the worst and hope for the best. It could mean the army on the streets to support the police and the police ignoring lesser crime, leaving them free to deal with the emergency. Now, none of this is going to happen right away. It is a phony war, all right, against an unknown enemy. So we're being encouraged to wash our hands to try and stop the spread of the virus because there really isn't much more that any of us can do. So far, Boris Johnson's government has tried to calm us down.
Let me be absolutely clear that for the overwhelming majority of people who contract the virus, this will be a mild disease from which they will speedily and fully recover, as we've already seen.
And for the moment, that famous British stiff upper lip seems to be holding. That's London Calling for today. This is Simon Bates for CBS News in London.